We're going to go and start the public hearing. It's 5:31. The meeting was published in the Pacific Daily News on June 4th, 2026, and again on June 9th, 2026, to include ADA compliance and assistance as required by the Open Government Law of Guam. This was also posted on the public notice portal on the same date as the meeting. My name is Evangelina Cepeda. I am the chair of the Guam Academy Charter School Council, and today the public hearing is for the position of Business and Technology Academy Charter School prefects to include for school year 2026-2027, grades 6, 7, and 8 to be a part of the charter. Now we're going to keep this meeting for an hour for the hearing. We are very busy people and we like everyone to be efficient here. And they have to respect when someone is speaking that it is absolutely silent. It is a public hearing, so I please ask you to remember that. Now, if anyone would like to come up to do your support or opposition to this petition, please state your full name for the record, and then second, if you are in support of it or if you are opposed to it, and then justify why. Okay? Can we ask anyone who would like to be the first one to come up? Please stand in the podium. Thank you.
Good evening, Madam Chair. Thank you for taking some time today in your busy schedule to come and hear our justification for the expanded rules. So good afternoon. On behalf of the Technology Academy Charter School, thank you for joining us today. Regarding the position to establish the middle school program. Since opening the doors and the team not doing all the instructions, for the record, my name is Walter and I'm the chair for the prefects board. So since opening the doors, the prefects has remained committed to providing students with meaningful career programs and project-based educational experiences that prepare them for success in college, careers, and life. Through our emphasis on career and technical education, CTP, technology integration, hands-on learning, and strong community partnership, we have worked to create opportunities to connect classroom learning with real-world application. As we continue to grow and serve the needs of Guam students and families, we have identified a significant opportunity to extend our mission to the district reality. The proposed prefects middle school will provide students in grades 6 to 8 with purpose, access to career exploration, STEM, education, academic intervention, leadership development, project-based learning experiences that align with the pathway to the long-term investment. The purpose of this decision is to create a business education pipeline that allows students to develop functional academic skills, explore career changes, strengthen critical thinking and problem-solving abilities, and transition more successfully into high school and beyond. By beginning these experiences earlier, students will be better prepared to pursue advanced coursework, industry, certification, internship, post-secondary education, and employment opportunities. The purpose The proposed middle school program is also responsible for doing business on families seeking additional education options that emphasizes personalized learning, career readiness, innovation, and academic excellence. Through this expansion, Tech seeks to distinguish and Guam's workforce development goals while providing students with a supportive environment where they can discover their strengths, develop their talents, and prepare for the future. We respectfully submit this petition for consideration of the board sharing the rational vision and benefit of the strategy to connect industry program. And I think also say this is the thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Powell, one question. When council approved this, 6, 7, and 8, where were the students? Campus, right? You've got around here, and you're sharing the campus. Where is that going to be? I just don't want it to be so defined, where it's over college. So where will they be here? Would it be across that side or must we do it extended?
So yes, it would be more to sit right now, during the meeting academy. We have 5 prepared classrooms, and we have, and that's what we do.
Is there a class for right now?
No, it's not.
Okay, the next on the agenda is Melissa and Harry Elliott.
Good evening. I'm reading for my husband, Harry Elliott. Written testimony, Harry Dr. Elliott, former resident and father of 2 tax students in support of the tax petition to expand tutoring chairperson and members of the Guam Academy Board Council. My name is Harry W. Elliott IV. I am the father of 2 tax students, Walker and Minor, a public servant, military officer, and a proud resident of Guam. Unfortunately, I am currently serving away from Guam on activities in Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands as part of the federal asylum recovery network following the protecting Guam. While serving my fellow citizens during this time of need is an honor, it prevents me from appearing before the council in person. Therefore, I respectfully submit to testimony. I support the tax petition to expand into grades 6, 7, 8. I support this petition because PTAX understands the fundamentals of education. Education success begins when an individual child is known, understood, challenged, and loved. Too often, discussions about education become discussions about systems, metrics, rankings, test scores, graduation rates, and performance indicators. Those can matter, they have a place, but they are not the reasons to exist. School exists to develop individuals. The most important lesson I have learned as a leader is that no mission succeeds because of an organization. A mission succeeds because of the individual. An organization does not solve problems, the individual solves problems. An organization does not innovate, the individual innovates. An organization does not persevere through diversity, the individual perseveres through diversity. The same principle applies to education. Every educational decision eventually reaches only one place, the individual child sitting in the classroom. If the individual is inspired, he or she engages. If the individual is challenged, he or she grows. If the individual is feared for, he or she retires. And when the individual thrives, education succeeds. What I have seen from PTAX in the school is a school that never loses sight of the individual. PTAX sees the individual. As a parent, I have experienced this firsthand in my own sons. Walker and Minor are very, very young men. They have different strengths, different interests, different personalities, and different educational journeys. What PTAX recognizes is that neither of those should be treated as a number or supported at home. They should be treated as individuals. When Walker was navigating a difficult transition in his educational journey, VTACs welcomed him with both genuine care and high expectations. They challenged him, they supported him, and most importantly, they saw him. In my experience, truly seeing the individual is one of the purest forms of love. Every parent wants this, for his or her child to be seen, not as a test or not as a statistic, not as a problem to be managed, but as an individual with unique gifts, unique struggles, and unique potential. VTAC did that for Walker. Even on the excel academically, was elected by his faculty to represent them in student government, and was elected by VTAC's leadership to participate in a long legislative and leadership conference. Those accomplishments make me proud. More importantly, they are evidence of what can happen when an individual child is seen, challenged, and supported. Walker's experience showed me that VTACs cares deeply about the individual. Ryder's experience showed me that VTACs wanted to invest in the individual. The Ryder's path did not fit neatly into a conventional box. VTACs goes by convention and focus on Ryder's potential. They did not simply evaluate a prerequisite, they evaluated a young man. They saw capability where others might have seen this. That decision required judgment. It required courage. Most importantly, it required educators to formally see the individual. I am proud to say that Ryder went on to be honorable in his first year at VTACs. This success is a credit to his hard work and determination, but it is also evidence of something larger. VTACs saw potential. VTACs challenge that potential. VTACs help that potential grow. That is what great educators do. As a father, I will always be grateful, not because of the test score, not because of the ranking, not because of the statistic, because my son received. The future of Guam will not be built by programs, policies, or institutions. The future of Guam will be built by individual men and women who were once individual children in a classroom. Every great achievement begins with an individual who was first seen, then believed in, and finally challenged of more than he or she thought possible. The question for this council is not whether VTACs should have 6th, 7th, 8th grade. The question is whether more individual children should have the opportunity to be known, understood, challenged, and loved. Whether more individual children should have the opportunity to be seen. VTACs is individual. For that reason, I respectfully urge the council to approve this petition. Excuse monthly and thank you for your time, your service, and your commitment to the future of Guam. Very respectfully, Gary Walker, Father Walker, Mayor of Guam.
Thank you. I asked a question. You just got what year are we going to?
Walker's about to be a senior in my early assignment. Walker did Ziva and then went to St. John's for freshman year, intermediate year, and Ryder was at Ziva before coming here.
Thank you. Ruby Moore.
The subject is the one I expected including the basic concept of the outcome. To my surprise, the majority of them are very small scales. So I have to show them, I have to slow down the pacing of my lecture because I have to teach them basic skills first before they can understand them. Before they will understand and see the problems. So many of them struggle with word operations. So they have extended the ability to instead of talking to me. I'm writing this process of petition for the which is an important step forward, gives you the kind of skills that for the impacts and future activities. The feedback will is fully visible, is problem of classes that need against even what the solution. The skills that are lacking and involved in has properly been solved in this room. So feedback can fix high school graduation rates for improved state test scores, starting intervention in the language for the CC to make the students. So by improving the mission field, that will be generally only differentiation skills that are ensuring that the students step into the high school campus ready to succeed.
Craig, as well.
But I'm also reading on behalf of the law. So there was an unfortunately, the community chairperson in this English. My name is Dylan Swan. I have the privilege of serving as and technology at the church. While I was a refrigeration person, prior to communications in Guam, and I'm grateful that these remarks so that are at my back. This evening, I speak for my proxy in support of feedback for those. Now, many have already spoken or will speak about the school department. They will speak about rapid accreditation, our remarkable growth in enrollment, our partnerships throughout the world, our internships, our interconnections, and the opportunities our students have been afforded both within and beyond the population. And rightly so, these achievements deserve recognition. They are also tangible evidence of a school that is not merely almost engaging as a leader. Yet this evening, I wish to speak not of programs, partnerships, or statistics. I wish to speak about people. Because while those continue to struggle, curriculum to be written and initiatives to be launched, the true measure of any school lies in the character of the people entrusted to care of each other. What makes PTAC so special is not found in a brochure. It's a strategic plan or an accreditation. It is found in the Bible. It is found in the teacher who notices when a student is struggling with what a student even says. It is found in colleagues who know not only their students' needs, but their aspirations, their challenges, their triumphs, and often the circumstances they return home to. It's found in the faculty and staff who have wholly brought into the school's thought and the school's vision and vision. But more importantly, who have brought into the children. We see them. We know them. We believe them. And while no school is perfect, and feedback are good enough, we are a community of educators who care deeply about where each student goes, who they become, and what they contribute to the world. People often describe feedback as a good one. In many settings, that phrase can sound cliche. But a feedback feels entirely right. There is a genuine sense of stewardship, a shared conviction that every child who walks through our doors is worthy of our time, our effort, our guidance, and our expectations. And the final point is important. Because parallel is not enough. Students flourish when compassion is publicly seen. At BPEX, our students are encouraged, supported, challenged, and held accountable. They are expected to rise. And because they're surrounded by adults who genuinely believe in can and evil. That combination of culture of care alongside a culture of excellence is rather powerful. Indeed, I would argue that the recipe for something truly extraordinary. Not merely for individual students, but for our talented efforts. Because every young person who discovers confidence, purpose, and direction becomes a key contributor to the betterment of our community. That is why the school expansion happens. It's not simply about adding grades. It's about creating a longer program. It's about meeting students earlier in their education journey and giving them additional years to discover who they are, where they come from, and what they're capable of. It's by helping them understand that their circumstances do not define their future. It's by giving them confidence to pursue ambitions that others may dismiss and unrealistic. And it's about ensuring that from middle school to graduation, they're surrounded by adults who refuse to place ceilings on their potential. The experiences that become hallmark of BTEC are real world learning, the community engagement, the internships, the travel, the cultural immersion, the exposure, the possibilities beyond our immediate lives. These opportunities will become part of the middle school experience in ways that are developmentally appropriate in education. But most importantly, the culture that provides feedback will begin in either relationships, the mentorship, the expectation, the belief. For me, that is the strongest argument in favor of this expansion. Not because of what feedback has achieved, but because of what feedback represents. Community that sees children under test scores, enrollment figures, or outcomes to be measured. It's young people whose futures are bright. And we have the opportunity to get that work done. And to do it for more students. And I believe we have an obligation to do so. Thank you for your time and consideration in your continued.
Next on the agenda is Franklin Castro.
My name is Franklin Castro. I am a former middle school teacher. But I currently work at this specific company. I'll be reading on behalf of the parents' book. Today, I would like to offer my support for the VTAC and share the impact school has had on my daughter and our family. Since mastering VTAC, my daughter has truly thrived. What stands out most is not just her academic progress, but her renewed sense of motivation and ownership over her learning. She is now inspired to attend school each morning, something that was not always the case in her previous public school experience, where the environment did not foster the same level of engagement or personal connection to learning. I believe that schools are trusted to take an active role in their education, and that trust has made a meaningful difference. My daughter has been taking the initiative to reach out to her principal to explore starting a surfing club, an example of the kind of confidence, leadership, and self-direction that this school encourages. Additionally, she has been thriving information with longer sustainable. The knowledge and skills he is gaining have extended beyond the classroom and into our home, directly supporting our family's health and agricultural efforts. The kind of real world applied learning is impactful and reflects the strengths of BTAC's approach to education. BTAC has created an environment where students are not only learning, but are inspired to continue learning beyond their secondary years. That kind of impact. I am deeply grateful for what the school has provided for my brother, and I strongly support continued investment in BTAC so that more students can benefit from this model of education, and not just the secondary level, but making hopefully one day students for middle school. On behalf of the parents, we really want to for your kind consideration.
Mr. Casper, question regarding the grades going to what school design.
This is another
Because I'm taking all into consideration, and believe it or not, I'm paying attention. That's why I asked you to find. Yes, yes, please.
I also would like to speak personally, in favor of middle school. Having been in the middle school and teaching in the department schools and begin with middle school level, I see how much of an impact that smaller communities really have in being able to expose, younger children to what their passions are. And so with these types of model teaching, their structure and everything that they have going, if they can front load that and really bring that into the exposure to introductory levels in middle school, that can really segue into the kids really learning about what it means to understand, learn, and build for themselves in the world today. Right? So I have to consider myself a digital immigrant. I like my parents to take care of screen 15, reading, or that ways. But if we're able to have that in a small community and be able to hone in and teach people what it means to grow and learn and use it to their benefit, not only them, of course, because when I look at the students, I see my future. And I took this model from this model view of Denver, Washington, and I announced it every time I was a teacher. I was asking students, hey, where's the future? Well, that's right here. Okay? So I just really wanted to speak on behalf of the education. Thank you so much.
Okay, no pressure on anyone who's here. Is there anyone else that would like to speak on support or opposing?
Reading out here, using before now I have here the festival support for people to presence of our guests tonight. So, the further council, our tax board members, board trustees, and then also the stakeholders, the parents, the students, and I want to recognize also the service students that are here. So, before is some of the reasons why we are asking and commissioning for new school. I would just need the letter of support coming from the COO of Ivory. So, let me start. So So this is a testimonial support for business and technology as academy for schools expansion. Okay, so I'm Mr. Guerrero, and I'm the then coordinator director of BS, Business and Technology Academy. Yes. So I will do my work. I'm going to meet the testimony of Mrs. Chief provider, and then I will give data of that reasons they why it's a sum of why we are positioning for
Why is this important?
yes. Okay, so first we have Mrs. Helen Sugar, the Chief Operations Officer of IDA. Our APE is Helen Sugar, Chief Operations Officer of IDA Academy for School. I regularly support Business and Technology Academy for Schools Division to expand its program to include students. As a leader of APE charter school, I recognize that either index serves some students the same thing does. However, I believe that their support underscores the strength of index proposal and the value offers one student. Rather than doing this expansion as competition, we see that an opportunity to broaden high quality educational options for families and strengthen one's overall educational landscape. Throughout the charter school council meetings, I have heard many testimony regarding the success of the high school internship program and the meaningful opportunities to provide students to gain real-world experience while preparing for future careers. These partnerships have become a defining strength of the school's educational model and demonstrate the value of connecting classroom learning with workforce development. The proposed expansion to the middle school represents a natural and strategic progression of that model. By engaging students earlier, ETACs will have the opportunity to build the foundational, academic, professional, and workplace learning skills necessary for success and for students and for high school and their internship. This additional preparation will enable students to maximize the benefits of internship opportunities and focus on developing advanced careers and competencies rather than addressing vocational skill gaps. Expanding the program will also provide major opportunity for students, allowing them to benefit from ETAC's unique educational approach for a longer career. Establishing this foundation in middle school will strengthen student outcomes and further enhance the effectiveness of the school's career preparation and internship programs. For these reasons, I respectfully support Business and Technology Academy for schools expansion and believe it will create even greater opportunities for student success, workforce readiness, and economic development. Okay, so just to sum up everything. Okay, so these are the 14 benefits they find in that situation being open the legal school program. The number one, so now this is my side, side. So the one with here. Okay, so these are the many reasons why we want the legal school. So number one, early preparation for college and career path. Advancing career paths for high school. Number three, reducing transition challenges. Number four, expanding career and technical education further. Number five, building stronger academic habits. Number six, strong parent demand and community support. Number 7, providing a smaller and more supportive learning environment. Number 8, strengthening STEM technology readiness. Number 9, creating a completely 6-12 educational pipeline. Number 10, supporting one's workforce development needs. 11, increasing student engagement and hands-on learning. Number 12, helping students get better into positions. Number 13, supporting families seeking alternative educational options. And then 14, promoting long-term service. So everyone, we ask the audience if you have any questions. Regarding this petition for the views report. So now the floor is open for questions. Okay, I just want to we appreciate the parents also those parents who are still part of the class for years. They listen to all the relationship.
If I may say, show us who you are, parents.
Parents, yeah. And you each connect who are the parents here.
So I know you had a testimony for the teachers that your parents, your children, how many have one child? Like, what were they going to? So you're going to keep them there? Or her? Okay, okay. You like the school? The students are the most important things to me, so. Do you really like the school?
Right, we want to take time. How about they? You want to take time? Say something about the school.
Have the students, they value the most. Are you a student? Yeah. Are you a student? What grade are you going to? You really like the school?
Then we have right here. You want to take time?
I kind of feel the energy from the mom, so I
I'm tutoring for the school, doing senior and sophomore. I read my husband who likes to do college, doing amazing. From the mom's perspective, especially Ryder, when I was picking up in school the last 2 years in middle school, you could tell he was just done with it. You get in the car, and you're like, "How are you doing today?" You know, you just want to have a simple conversation, and I was in that with runs. Just, he was wrong. He was just why, it was just, he had no energy, like, nothing, you know, it stoked his fire inside. And we decided to bring him here, ninth grade, instead of finishing eighth grade with Tifa. We had lost confidence in middle school, and he loves to learn. He was super bright. He was talented in ADHD, and making sure he went out of his schoolwork during the on time. But bringing him here, I think was the best decision we could have made. I think the month in school now, and he was, only a new day, talks about things, excited about the projects we're doing, and I really feels seen and challenged, and just actually learning and able to engage, rather than just doing worksheets, turning them in and taking time, turning it in, and like I just really lost a lot of that vibrancy and taking that atmosphere. And I would be happy just to see that in him.
wonderful to hear this. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
You know, I'm on the side visit just so you know, I came for a site visit, and I got emotional because, you know, they say this, kids at a certain age don't lie. And if you tell them to lie, their body language, their eye gesture, it's this generation. They'll roll their eyes, they're not happy, right? But when we came here, my intent as the chair was to come into the site visit for 30 minutes. I don't tell you how. Force me to 30 minutes and we have to go to the other charter schools to visit. And I like to be fair. We ended up here for 4 hours. We actually was so cheap for hours visit, which was next door, but we had to do that because it just took up. I spoke to a lot of the students here. I ended off because it's nice to see a new school where they don't go in and damage the traits. I purposely, when I was in the Board of Education, props to DOE teachers. I've always said this is a compliment to DOE. This is not anti-DOE, anti-charter. There's enough students to go around, and the goal should be the students of Guam. And charter schools are public schools, students. So we need to get that out of our mentality that charter schools are not public school students, they are. Their parents pay taxes, they're from Guam, they live in Guam, they choose different options of learning. And that's the beauty of charter schools. With BTEC, I think the same is lucky. I went into one of the classrooms and I saw a couch. I wrote, okay, couch in a room. I was like, okay, because I honestly was the old school way of thinking. Sit down, student, desk, chair. And I saw several students sitting on the couch, lounging, on the computer, but their interaction with their teacher was so amazing. I brought this up to Mr. Salon, I brought this up to Mr. Guerrero. I said, this is amazing. The kids, and these are high schools, they did not fit at all. Their emotions tell me they love to come to school. Go to the bathroom. This is an old school. But it is so clean. And if the students take part in it, it's amazing. It's amazing. So I came in with, okay, some negativity. I'm an optimist, but I came in with, okay, I think that you're going to be critical about it. I came in and I was so impressed about everything. The students, I was asking the students questions. This is why it's important to ask you, do you really like to come to school? Do you really like the learning environment? Because the fact that you come to school, you like to come to school, that's the first biggest step. And being here and liking to be here is the greatest step that everything else comes easy. Everything else. So, as the chair of the council, I'm very much a supporter. So you're not going to support this next month. You know what my vote is. But I am one person, and it requires the vote of the majority. Just know that in the support, like I mentioned around last night, and what I say to you today, I can support for the middle school. Nothing but great things. I did say before, what problems we have here in Guerrero? Because no school is perfect. No home is perfect. But what obstacles do you have? I think the money side, pushing the 8th grade. So we, wash your fingers, the legislature passes it. We will have an increase from 7,800 registered people to 8,300. We're still saving the government a lot of money. But it's a demand and request because we are growing. The demand and the need is here and it is today. So with that said, because I know everybody's busy, everybody's here, and I appreciate you being here, because you can have 10 people that are passionate, or no one, because there's no one came today. One man is here. So it's like this is somebody came. Okay? I want to say that. So, if I could, who are the board trustees here today? Thank you. I always make, I know the faces, thank you. It's nice to see you here, because I know day in, day out, I don't match the board trustees. The beauty about the charters is, I can't speak about the next chair, I can only speak about my style of management. Don't like my management. I don't want to tell school principals to do the job. Too many people are doing that. Do your job well, the relationship to the student and not you. And when you do the student first, everything falls into place. The problem is when you're only thinking about your pay, your position, and you forget about the mission of the kids, everything becomes problematic. But if the student is the mission, this is what I would say to all the charters, if the student is the mission and you do well, everything falls into place. So, without any further ado, and there are no one else to public speaking, I thank you for being here. And we have a schedule, Guam County Council meeting scheduled for July 9th, and that's what this will be on our agenda to move forward. Okay, this is for July 9th, and this will be part of the agenda. And once we pass this to council, then you people at PTEC can implement this ASAP. Because if you want to have this come and start of August, I think Mr. Salwana, Mr. Guerrero has to step back, right? Then you take it from there, and our job is to provide you money. Okay? Is there any other questions before we close this up? Here? Mr. Todd, you want to say last few words? No pressure. Thank you.
Just again, on behalf of Dan, if you're going to come say a little bit, I'm going to have a few words. But on behalf of the board, on behalf of the tax, thank you for hearing us out. And our goal is, and I think you said it in a way that outcome before income. And that's our main goal. And I think we should attest to you that even this morning we're having a workshop, and it's a dialogue between us on how do we delegate and dominate in school. We do want to be a school of choice, and if we want to be a school of choice, we've got to constantly be critical among ourselves. And so, as far as the parents of the charter school, rest assured that there is constant dialogue. And to say that this week alone we sat with the principal, the assistant, not for us to micromanage, but us to get a robust policy and procedures in place so that we can best serve our students, right? So if we want to increase our percentage in passing in college, just one UOG, then we got to shifting ways to recruit. And so I hope that on the next round, if you go over and visit us, there's a matter of improvement, and that's our commitment, that's my commitment. I think just in the last 2 years that I've been here, I hear one come back to white, and it's going to go white until I can't say it. Again, the parents, we have our daycare that is here. So we are committed from infant to high school. And I'm hoping that we have young high school and after school programs that we're actually we roll out and we and so I appreciate everybody that came out here, our teachers, our parents, our students, and again, I think for the most part, our principal, vice principal, teachers, want to say, we got the rock stars, we got the people crop. Hopefully, we can watch that. Thank you very much. And I just wanted to be public about it.
Thank you very much for the time. Thank you. So, public record, it is now 6:21. Public hearing has been called, it's ended, and thank you for all being here.
When you are looking, okay.